Hey there, it's Spencer Hughes from the Daybreak Show, and we have Kim Morris here with us in the green room from Armstrong Racing. Good to see you again.
Good morning.
And it's incredible how time flies because last time we were chatting with you was about the Easter egg hunt.
Yes.
And that's one of the many things you do as a nonprofit at Armstrong Racing
Yes.
to try to raise funds for youth. And tell us a little bit about Armstrong Racing. You provide support for youth in non-sanctioned sports. What does that mean? What is a non-sanctioned sport?
A non-sanctioned sport is a sport that's not sanctioned by parks, schools, or recreations. So we mainly focus on extreme sports, motocross, BMX. We've helped kids with karate. We've helped kids with golf. We've helped kids that do competition cheer. We just helped a young lady get what she needed to be able to do, swim, do a swim team this year. So
That's great.
just whatever sports that are out there that don't have a lot of support.
And there's so many of those today. It used to be your kid was in baseball or football or soccer, and now there's just so many more possibilities, so many choices for the kids to pick from.
There is, and it's very hard. The entry fees for some of these sports and just the travel expenses, the gear, just so they can play the sport, is really expensive. And so we want to help parents be able to afford that so kids can be active and be able to do what they enjoy.
Absolutely. We've had guests showing us just the gear, the protective gear. It looks almost like professional athletes. They're starting younger and younger because of injuries and things like that. So
Yes.
it does get very, very costly. Another event you had recently at Skyline Drive-In was the backpack drive. How did that go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
We intended more people, but for the most part, it went really well. Between all the other fundraising that we did, we had businesses do fill the backpacks for us, where people could go in and make monetary donation or drop off school supplies. We had several businesses involved, and overall, we were able to purchase 1,000 backpacks that'll go into Mason County.
That's great.
And we also did one school in Olympia. And then this Thursday at the PD3, we're going to be filling those backpacks. The Cantina down on Railroad at El Serape, they did a big event and raised a bunch of money to fill the backpacks with supplies.
This is great. So people can come to this event? This is for everybody to come out?
Yes, it is. It's a great family volunteer opportunity, and we're going to be filling the backpacks, and then on Friday, we're going to be delivering them to the school districts.
That's fantastic. So you do other things during the year, too. Next thing you know, it's going to be the Christmas stockings. Are you going to do that this year again?
Yes, and what we do is we have businesses that get involved that collect items in monetary donations for us to be able to purchase hygiene items, hand warmers, socks, gloves, scarves, things that kids need that are homeless. And last year what we did is we worked with St. Pantry's Food Bank and delivered them there so that way the stockings went home with the kids that are part of the Back to the Weekend Food Program. And we also partner with Backpack Drive and also with the stocking event. We partner with the Shining Heart Foundation, and Sunshine Pearson is in charge of the Shining Heart Foundation. So we partner together for both the backpacks and the Christmas stockings. So there's a partnership there.
How long has Armstrong Racing been around doing this?
We've been doing the Christmas stockings now for 4 years, and the backpack event, we were on our 5th year.
That's fantastic. ArmstrongRacing.Foundation is the website. What, aside from these things to fill the backpack, what can people do who are watching this to come out and help? And can they volunteer? Can Armstrong Racing use some hands volunteering just at these various things? Or
Yeah, we
day-to-day?
always need help volunteering with picking up donations, collecting donations for us, doing a lot of the footwork, dropping off flyers, making contacts with businesses, dropping off letters. There's a lot of footwork that goes on with all these events. With the back to school backpack program, we just want businesses to know that we're doing this, and a lot of businesses get involved. So it's just having somebody drop off a backpack, pick up a backpack, or like the Christmas stocking, it's just
Sure.
dropping off of the stocking, picking up the stocking.
Sure.
So
Well, I know how expensive this can be. As a father of 6 kids, I'm so grateful that as they get older, well, then you have the cost of college, obviously, of course, or university. But I remember just that checklist. It's so stressful to go out there and see how many things the schools require the kids. It seems like every year the list gets longer. And it's an ordeal for a lot of families, especially with multiple kids, to be able to get these supplies and stuff. So it's great that you're holding this event, Backpacks for Students at PUD3 on Johns Prairie, right?
yeah, what we're doing is we're filling the backpacks, and then they'll go to the school districts within Mason County, And what started this is I used to live at Fairmont Cove Apartments, and I was seeing kids carry their school books and grocery bags, and it just broke my heart.
Yeah.
So me and my family started collecting backpacks and donating them to the homeless shelter, which is down across the street from Dairy Queen. And so when we became a nonprofit, we just incorporated that into the nonprofit. And so our main focus is to make sure that the kids on the McKinney-Vento list have backpacks and school supplies, and then other kids that are low income or have difficulties getting their supplies. And so we make sure that the schools have them available. So if a kid comes in and doesn't have adequate backpack and doesn't have the supplies they need, the school has that resource to give them.
Absolutely. And it's sad how mean kids can be to each other too, but even something like that, like bringing books, in paper bags or plastic bags, it's hard enough to be a kid in school these days, let alone have kids ridiculing or making fun of, not being like the other kids with backpacks and stuff. And backpacks aren't cheap either. I mean, not to mention the stuff that goes into the backpacks for families to come up with.
There's a lot of awesome resources here in this community. I know the Shelton Family Resource Center is doing a big thing in I think it's this weekend, where they're going to be handing out backpacks and school supplies and things like that, which is amazing. And there's a lot of school supply drives, that go into the community.
Stuff the bus.
The Stuff the bus. There's a lot of great opportunities, but the problem is backpacks are one of the biggest items that are not donated during these drives. And then when they are handed out, there's kids out there that are sleeping in tents, in cars, and can't get to town to these events because of transportation reasons or because the parents just can't get them there. And that makes it difficult. So this gives the schools another resource to be able to have those available for the kids that can't make it to, like the back to school jamboree or the event at the transit center. It just gives the school a resource. And then a lot of the schools, they have them available year round because we donate so many to the school districts that if a kid has an emergency come up and they don't no longer have their backpacks or school supplies, they have something to fall back on.
Absolutely. And are these brand new backpacks or gently used, or what are you looking
brand
for?
new.
These brand new.
We have a company out of New York that works with us.
Well, that's
On
fantastic.
our order, so.
And people can find out about all this stuff, including the backpacks for students, PUD 3, Johns Prairie, Thursday, and we've got the Christmas stockings coming up before you know it, and then time passes again. You'll have food drives and the Easter egg hunt again, I'm sure, for next spring.
We're all excited about the Easter event this year, and we always do a food drive for the Shelton High School food pantry.
Well, fantastic.
At that event.
Well, thanks for working so hard over there, and thanks for everything you do. It means a lot in the lives of a lot of kids and families.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it. People can find out more at armstrongracing.foundation, right?
Yes.
Is there a number or anything, or is that the best way? Social media?
Social media is the best way. We have a website. We also have our Facebook, which is Armstrong Racing Updates and Events page. And then my number's on both the website and also on the Facebook page.
Fantastic.
And what we do, I just want to let let people know the businesses in this community are amazing, and we couldn't do as much as we do without the support of our businesses and the partnerships that we have, like with the Shining Heart Foundation, a gift for special children. Having partnerships like that to work on these events and to make things grow, it's been amazing, and the community support has just been phenomenal.
I've only been in this community a year, and it's just unbelievable, the level of support and people coming out for each other, and you're absolutely right. I'm Spencer Hughes from the Daybreak Show. Our guest has been Kim Morris from Armstrong Racing. The website is armstrongracing.foundation. You can find them on social media as well. Kim, thanks a lot. Keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you for having me.